when is the best time to contact an attorney if you're worried about long-term care? If we're talking about a crisis situation, really anytime somebody's in transition, that's when they need to call us just to see if we can help, and we may be able to help them get more benefits or lay the groundwork for care. So let's say somebody's at home, but they need some help. In order to stay at home, they need to hire caregivers or have the family come in. At the point where you're thinking about hiring caregivers, you should call our office and see, and we may be able to help kind of in that transition to think about how do we get some benefits, to pay for the care. If somebody's at home and they can't stay at home and they maybe need to go to assisted living, that's a transition where they should call us and see if there's something we can do. If somebody's transitioning from assisted living to a nursing home, that's a transition. So anytime we're sort of in those transition points, that's where we love to talk to families to see, are there some things that we can do, to help the situation. One of the typical situations that we hear about is, let's say, for instance, somebody's mother's at home and living by herself, doing pretty well, but the family's kind of helping her out, and they come and check on her, but she's doing okay. But then she falls. Okay, so maybe she breaks her hip. So she goes to the hospital and they fix the hip. And so she's in the hospital, but then now she can't go back home. She needs some rehab. She needs some therapy to recover. So she's going to maybe go to a nursing home temporarily to get some, physical therapy. And so typically people go to to get the therapy. And the idea is that they're just going to be there for maybe 2 or 3 months and then go back home. So, but sometimes people get to the nursing home and then the family, in talking to the doctors and seeing how the person progresses, they kind of realize maybe it's not realistic to come back home again, And so Medicare, which is the seniors, health insurance program, Medicare is going to pay for up to about 100 days of the rehab. But the issue is going to be if they can't go back home and they get to the end of their 100 days and they need to stay at the nursing home, how are we going to pay for that? So that's another ideal time for people to call if somebody's getting rehab, but the family's concerned whether they can really come home or not. Maybe we can help them kind of at least realize what the options are, what the options are for benefits to help pay for it,